position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Pulls and fires complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Overton. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. We have a new #1 team in the nation this week. Guys, they've made it to the mountaintop, and usually that just means now everybody's shooting at you.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see is how they wear this #1, if they change it all moving forward. But, David, talking to their players this week, they were saying they knew they were the #1 team before the season even started. Everybody else is just figuring that out now.
Yeah, and you got to love the confidence of this squad and going out and earning that #1 ranking, but it's another thing completely to keep it and to continue to have that edge and that hunger. Let's see if they can do it.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Harbor. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Dropping back, it's Overton. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The play action fake. The throw. That's reeled in. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The RPO, it's complete. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Lost the throw again. Caught behind the line. It's Blue. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. To throw, it's Overton. Get it out on the screen. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Blue. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Off the play fake. good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Overton. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Missouri. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The option look. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Nice job in coverage on that third and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up fourth down.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Looking to throw, it's Overton. Right down the middle. With the catch, it's Harbor. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
Turning it on. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The kick is on its way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
To the air, it's Overton. Finds his big tight end. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Wide open downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to pass on second down. Gets rid of it. The quick out.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown Gamecocks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here comes the option. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Buys a little time with his feet. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab down the left side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Steps away. They get to him as he throws. He's got his man, makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
And the Mustangs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Takes a hit as he fires. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Overton. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Just enough time to get off one more snap. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the 1st down.
Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Pocket breaking down. Makes a grab for a big play. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Cooper.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll keep it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Inside the 30. He's at the 10, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, South Carolina. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it down the left. Touchdown, SMU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Got his man quickly. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Reads it, fires complete. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Mustangs. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air. It's Overton. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Blue. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll give it to the back. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the 2nd level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off play action. Lets it fly. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Caught over the middle, it's Knight. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. There he goes. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, SMU! They move on top here in the 4th.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Grabbed over the middle, it's Blue. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll move the tight end. The give on the inside. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Makes the catch. It's Jacobs. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Looking to throw, it's Overton. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. That pass is incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Missouri. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
The short hands, it's Cooper. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Trying to beat the D deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. Now on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going right to work up top. He's got the back in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down, down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Complete. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
And this is a big drive for this offense, man. Late in this football game, you need completions, but let's not forget to work the sidelines. Make sure we get first downs. Huge drive coming.
Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it on the left. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Overton. This time it's complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And why would you not go back to him? I mean, he's caught everything thrown his way. He's been the focal point of this offense. They need a play late in the football game. They find him again. If I'm this defense, I got to make sure I'm doing everything I can to take him away.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. And here comes the field goal unit. And the kick is good. He is once, twice, 3 times the kicker, and this one for the game.